My name is Ian Mark from 70s Rock Photos. I'm also the author of Adventures of a 70s Rock Photographer. Please check out the other videos on my 70s Rock Photos YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. It's time to go back to October the 23rd, 1977, when I photographed the king of glam rock, Mark Bolan, aka T-Rex, and opening act Blue Oyster Cult. This is just the second rock concert I photographed, held in a glorified cement barn called the Corral in Calgary. Both T-Rex and Blue Oyster Cult were known, but were not on the top of the world music-wise. If they were, they wouldn't be traveling to a smaller market like Calgary. The benefit of photographing in a small venue like the Corral is that it was rush seating, so you could just walk up to the stage and take shots. Security was not an issue as no one cared. Now let's start by looking at the venue. Here's a drone's view of the Corral, built in 1950 and seating just over 6,000 people. As you can see, it is basically a hockey arena or a glorified cement barn. Many acts performed here, including the Everly Brothers and The Who. I personally have photographed Jethro Tull, Kiss, Styx, Rod Stewart, Air Supply, and BTO. Please don't tell anyone, but I also shot the Bay City Rollers here. We all do things we would never do again. These shots were taken just before it was set to be demolished in 2021 after decades of use. Once Calgary was awarded the 1988 Olympics, the Saddle Dome was built and the Corral was outclassed. I have my best memories of shooting bands in the Corral. It's great to shoot a big band in a bigger venue, but then all the security hassles take away the fun. These shots were taken as they were setting up for T-Rex and Blue Oyster Cult. As you can see, there is ice on the floor of the arena. They put down plywood sheets for the audience to stand directly in front of the stage. One could either sit on the sides or stand right in front of the stage. A very simple light and sound setup for Blue Oyster Cult and T-Rex. Time to take a look at the shots of T-Rex. Now, when I photographed T-Rex in 1974, I was only 16 years old and was still learning the ropes of photography. So please give me some slack with the quality of these images. This lineup of T-Rex included, of course, Mark Bolan, Mickey Finn on drums, Steve Curry bass, and Gloria Jones on keyboards. It was she who was driving on September the 16th, 1977, that fateful day when her car lost control and Mark died. While Mark did own a white 1960s Rolls-Royce, he never learned to drive and was afraid of cars and that he might die in a car accident. There is one thing that I will always remember about this concert, something that has never happened in any other concerts that I ever photographed. Halfway into their set, Mark was singing Get It On and had improvised it to the point that the audience, for whatever reason, just didn't recognize it for the song that it was. All of a sudden, Mark stopped playing and was visibly exasperated with the audience. He went to the mic and shouted in a scolding tone, "What's the matter? Don't you recognize my best song?" I was dumbfounded to watch his reaction unfold. A writer from the Calgary Herald was at the concert, and it was all he wrote about in the next day's review. Then Mark returned to the song, and the concert went on. As for me, I went home and I went out and bought Electric Warrior the next day. So let's take a look at the shots of Blue Oyster Cult. I believe that this lineup included Donald Roser, Eric Bloom, Alan Lanier, Albert Bouchard, and Joe Bouchard. I hope that this list is correct. If it isn't, please give me a break, as Blue Oyster Cult is one of those bands that has undergone a few personnel changes over the years. I enjoyed shooting the Cult, a great hard rock band with less emphasis on glam and more on hard rock. My favorite Cult songs are Fear the Reaper from 1976 and Godzilla, which came out in 1977. As far as images is concerned, I especially like the images of Donald Roser playing the keyboard or guitar with his hair backlit, giving that red halo look, perfect for a band that includes the word cult in their name. So I hope you enjoyed the shots of T-Rex and Blue Oyster Cult from the early 1970s era of rock. They may go back a few decades, but the colors still look more or less like they did after I took them. I took these images before I started shooting for Music Express magazine. Considering I had no backstage or security pass at the time, they aren't too bad. At the end of this video, there is a link to a video when I photographed Rush and Nazareth in a field with 1,500 people in 1975, and another link to a video of Alice Cooper in 1977 when the wind and rain took out half his light system. Many of these photographs can be purchased from my 70srockphotos.com website or my 70s Rock Photos store on Amazon or Etsy. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.